For today's invocation, I would like to recall the words of a poem about one person's private garden. The central image is that of a woman planting bulbs in the cold ground. As she does so, she wonders what will come of it. But the wondering is not just about bulbs. It is about resiliency in the face of crisis, hope in the experience of tragedy, restoration in the wake of brokenness. It is a poem that speaks to our times. I will read it twice and then conclude with a short prayer. Song for My Bulbs by Christine Rogers. It seems so preposterous, so absurd to imagine anything coming from this, coming out from under this layers of sand and dirt and rock. How could anything alive possibly push past all that? And yet, there are small, fierce green shoots, unmistakable signs of life pushing through, and it gives me great courage. A Song for My Bulbs by Christine Rogers. It seems so preposterous, so absurd to imagine anything coming from this, coming out from under this layers of sand and dirt and rock. How could anything alive possibly push past all that? And yet, there are small, fierce green shoots, unmistakable signs of life pushing through, and it gives me great courage. Let us pray. Lord, give us eyes for the small, fierce green shoots around us. May they give us courage. May they give us hope. And as we, in our own way, push past layers of sand and dirt and rock, and mourn the disruption of our year, and worry about what is to come, implant in us confidence that we too shall grow toward the light, and shall again thrive, and shall yet inspire and empower positive global change as compassionate business leaders, newly sensitive to the needs of our world. In your holy name we pray, amen.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Donna Rapiccioli, and I have the privilege of serving as the Dean of the Gabelli School of Business. Thank you all for joining us from around the world. What a great joy I have to congratulate you on your wonderful achievements. Achievements that are extra remarkable given the circumstances in which you achieved them. I truly wish we could be together, all in one place today. But our distance does nothing to diminish the Gabelli School's pride in this graduating class. You came to us from across our city, throughout our region, and around the world. You met the challenges of managing jobs, coursework, and even family life. And then you encountered an array of unforeseen circumstances brought on by the coronavirus. Through all of it, you have remained strong. You have remained resilient. As I reflect on the last few months, 3 phrases that have been part of my life for a very long time keep coming back to me. The first one I've heard ever since I was a small child. My mother, who I'm sure didn't realize that she was paraphrasing Friedrich Nietzsche, always said, "What doesn't kill us makes us stronger." She encouraged me to see adversity as an opportunity to find in a challenge how I could grow, how I could learn. This challenge we face today will make us grow stronger. It will spark unique ideas for ways for all of us to think about restarting commerce while remaining safe. It will reward new inventions that will help us adapt. It has already bolstered so many of our relationships as we reconnected with people in our lives and reflected on how important these people are to us. That, in and of itself, is bringing some form of peace to all of us. There are so many illustrations of how adversity helps us to grow and to develop our strengths. I'm sure you have some wonderful examples of your own. I'll share one with you today from the Gabelli School's undergraduate class of 2020. You may already know the name, Alexa Cucciara. In September 2017, as a Fordham sophomore, Alexa learned that she had Hodgkin's lymphoma. She endured long and difficult rounds of treatment before thankfully entering remission. The experience transformed her life. She realized that the things that helped her through her treatment, the podcasts, books, sermons, and YouTube videos, had combined with her own personal reflections, made her into something of an expert. And in 2019, Alexa shared her own personal cancer experience with optimism and grace by writing a book, The Power to Persevere. In it, she writes, "Within all of us is the ability to shift the lens through which we interpret our experience and our world. We must come to terms with our circumstances and accept that the unexplainable and unfathomable battles we face are constant tests of our faith. We must also trust. In the months to come, and really throughout your life, I hope that you'll ask yourself, how can I use what I've learned from my own struggles to help others?" The second of these phrases that keeps resurfacing is "your network is your net worth." Well, I never heard those exact words when I was growing up. Being there for family and friends was always paramount. What do I mean by your network? I mean your family, your friends, your classmates, and your co-workers, your fellow Fordham alumni. What makes someone part of your network is your relationship. What's been crystal clear to me is that being part of a network is a two-way street. It's not only what people can do for you, but it's really about what you can do for them, bringing ideas, bringing them support. This will prove invaluable. When you joined the Gabelli School, you added 40,000 people to your network. Today, you solidify that alumni relationship. These people really do have an uncommon loyalty to Fordham, as I hope you will. Find ways to show that you too are willing to connect with others and build a strong bond with those that you meet. Here's an example from earlier this spring that I'd like to share. Curtis Buckley and Tiffany Zayen Chow mobilized their MBA classmates to raise $1,200 to buy N95 masks for the not-for-profit their cohort worked with in Argentina. It was an amazing expression of compassion, giving something back to the community that had given them such a worthwhile learning experience last summer. It also speaks so well to the kinds of relationships we want you to continue to build as you go on. The third phrase from my earlier life that I'd like to share has been credited to Albert Einstein, and it's simple. It's question everything. This is a part of the bedrock of the Fordham experience. Intellectual curiosity is at the core of Jesuit education. Without curiosity, it's hard to discover something new. And discovering something new is what a Gabelli School education is all about. Yes, we needed you to learn the foundational principles of business, how to build a financial model, how derivatives work, how to do a SWOT analysis. But you emerge from this school today with far more than that. I hope that in your time at Fordham, you have developed the curiosity about how things can be done smarter, how things can be done in ways that will improve our world. I hope you have a deeply driven passion to discover how business can be conducted in support of people, in support of our planet, and of profit too. Being intellectually curious, question everything around you. It's what will help you develop into innovative leaders. Asking good questions and being open to new ideas doesn't just help you, it helps those around you. Research has shown that when business leaders encourage questioning, it inspires others to feel more creative and to be more comfortable with experimentation. A famous study of work teams at Google showed that the strongest teams were the ones that were made up of the most highly skilled individuals, yes, but more importantly, the teams that really shined were the ones that had varying knowledge and varying skills. They felt comfortable collaborating with one another. They had a higher tolerance for experimentation, and most importantly, for failure. These teams asked questions, and as a result, they demonstrated more creativity. I encourage you to explore and to help build workplaces that encourage others to do the same. So let's review. What doesn't kill you does indeed make you stronger. Your network is your net worth. And question everything. I hope these phrases guide you as you move forward on the next phase of life's journey. I know how hard each of you have worked, and it's important to take pride in your accomplishments and to celebrate. It's also important to thank the people who helped you. I'd like you to take a moment to think about those who supported you, wherever they are, whether they're standing next to you, watching on our live stream, or otherwise held close to your heart. Wherever they are, please give yourselves and give them a round of applause. Today, I want to also thank you for inspiring me to be hopeful for the future. I know that you will provide solutions to the most challenging problems we face. Please stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected, and stay in touch. Congratulations to the class of 2020, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the fall and celebrating in person. Thank you. Now, I'd like to introduce our student speaker, Madeline Jordan. As a member of the class of 2020, Madeline is receiving her MBA today, with concentrations in marketing and information systems. Prior to attending the Gabelli School, Madeline received her undergraduate degree from Villanova University. For 8 years, she managed corporate relationships as a marketing professional in the hospitality industry. During her time at the Gabelli School, Madeline was a Dean Scholar. She was active in Fordham Women in Business. Additionally, 3 generations of Madeline's family have attended Fordham: her grandfather, her uncle, her brother, and Madeline. She also served as president of the Gabelli School's Student Advisory Council, fondly known as SAC.
Congratulations and welcome to Fordham University's Gabelli School of Business, Class of 2020. My name is Madeline Jordan, and I have had the distinct privilege to serve as the president of the graduate student body for the past year, alongside the rest of the Student Advisory Council, Catherine Borja, Beth Hollop, Juan Lachin, Mark Lundgren, and Sandeep Jacob. I am truly humbled and honored to be representing my classmates on this special and momentous day. On behalf of all of us, I also want to welcome and thank the administration and faculty for their wisdom and guidance, as well as our family and friends for their daily love and encouragement. You have all played an instrumental role in supporting each of us throughout our journey here at Gabelli. We will be forever grateful. I want to start off by acknowledging the situation we find ourselves in today. While we are not together physically at Rose Hill, there is a sense of feeling more connected than ever. Over the past 3 months, as we've transformed into an online virtual atmosphere, we have watched all of our classmates step up as leaders. Our 25 student-run clubs have continued to put on a multitude of virtual events, including panels from industry professionals, trivia game nights, case competitions, and workshops. Other students have even shared their personal interests via cooking videos, music Tuesdays, and film nights. So, to my fellow classmates, thank you for your continued hard work, dedication, and commitment to giving back to our Gabelli community. Given today's world, it's easy to lose sight of how monumental getting our master's degree really is. So while no one pictured where we would be today, graduating virtually without being able to hug and high-five those around us, it does not by any means diminish the magnitude of this incredible accomplishment. When we each walked into the doors at the Lincoln Center campus, we did so with the intent to pursue self-growth and personal development. We hope to come out of business school as stronger leaders with more technical skills and an academic business foundation that would enhance our personal marketability, and of course, with a better professional network. However, what we probably did not foresee was the extent and the depth of the personal relationships we would make over our time here. Relationships and bonds were formed both inside and outside the classroom, with classmates from all across MBA and MS programs, with renowned faculty and administration, with people from all different types of professional backgrounds, advertising, wine and spirits, real estate, law, medicine, and from places all around the world: Brazil, Greece, Taiwan, Turkey, Hong Kong. Each of you has brought a unique and a global perspective to our experience here. Together, we have created so many memories, from the late nights in Quinn Library and study rooms, cramming for finals, or late nights at our local favorite bars like Anchor Bar or Bar Bacon, at student club events like Fordham's Homecoming Barbecue and Football Game, Friendsgiving, Diwali and New Year celebrations, Ugly Sweater Holiday Party, Women in Business and Finance conferences, amongst many, many more. At open houses held by admissions where we got to meet prospective students and share in our own experiences. Through riveting conversations, which sometimes led to debates inside the classrooms, and conversations with NGOs during our global immersion business trips. Or on a boat cruise in London celebrating consulting project successes, or even on the soccer field and flag football field. We've also been by each other's sides through some of the happiest personal life milestones: getting engaged and married, becoming fathers, buying our first homes, receiving promotions in the military and grants for business ideas, starting our own companies, or even running marathons. This sense of a small-knit community where you feel as though everyone is personally invested in your success is something we have felt since walking through those doors. We are truly part of a Fordham family. I want to leave you all with the best advice I have ever received, which came from my grandfather, Timothy Finbar Cleary, a Fordham University and Fordham Law alumni. A quote by John Quincy Adams states, "If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader." In my lifetime, I've had the opportunity to both lead and be led, both qualities made possible by the people who set an example of great leadership. Here at Gabelli, these people are my classmates, the administration, the faculty, my friends, my Fordham family. You have all inspired me. I will forever treasure the relationships and the friendships we've formed over the past 2 years. And I cannot wait to see where the future brings us all. And of course, I cannot wait to see each and every one of you in person to celebrate soon. Congratulations, class of 2020. We did it.
Thank you, Madeline. Now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker, who will say a few words to us. Hailing from Argentina, Dario Wertheim earned his MBA from the Gabelli School of Business in 1991. Dario began his career at Barclays Bank plc in London. In 1994, he returned to Argentina and was appointed advisor to the National Industry Secretariat, joining Banco Mercantil Argentino as Deputy General Manager. Since 1996, he has held senior management responsibilities at various companies within the Wertheim Group, a firm whose portfolio includes consumer foods, energy, insurance, agribusiness, real estate, and technology holdings. He is also on the board of several social organizations, including World Ort, Vita Silvestri, and our very own Fordham University. His book, Pampas Argentine, Productive and Natural Field, makes the case for biodiversity for a balanced ecosystem and addresses how to achieve responsible production without destroying wildlife or the environment. Please welcome Dario.
Greetings to all of you from Buenos Aires, Argentina. All the students, the school authorities, professors, and parents. It is my honor to share with you your graduation. Thank you especially to Donna for inviting me once again to be part of this breathtaking moment. Congratulations, students, on your great achievement. Today is a very special day in your life. You have come here with effort, grit, integrity, commitment, much study, and perseverance. All of you, wherever it is you are in this very moment, have earned this big applause. I remember as far as 1991, when I was in your place 29 years ago. It was an unforgettable time. However, I can still feel the mix of emotions and responsibility I felt on that day, which is amazing. After all these years, and maybe more years to come, the mission of Gabelli School of Business to inspire and to empower positive global change, developing students into compassionate business leaders and supporting faculty and students in the ongoing generations of new knowledge found a permanent home in my mind, and I hope are stick into your hearts and your mind. This core mission has led me through my life, and I hope it can also lead you. Having this message as we are today, we all realize we are going through very difficult times all over the world. The impact of the pandemic is posing new challenges, new values, and new ways of being together. In turn, it has shown us that there are no borders, since everyone on this planet is going through the same hardship. Humbly, my feelings are with those who have lost a beloved one lately or got over some disease. Now more than ever, we should be close and give strength and support to one another. Today, each of you and your families are listening to me or watching this streaming from your home, scattered throughout different cities around the world. Under different circumstances, we would all be sharing the same room and looking at one another in the eye. These are the new paths we need to explore. Virtual communication is one of them. Personally, I hold and I think that education, innovation, knowledge, reflection, flexibility that we can adapt to new scenarios, and creativity emerge as the essential tools we have to use to face this worldwide crisis, this unprecedented challenge. But not only the challenge, these are characteristics that should be nurtured within yourself for the days to come. I do believe, as I said, in the value of education and the depth of dialogue. As an example, a week ago, as part of the Scholars Project, a project led by Pope Francis, we held a virtual meeting live with 300 young people from different countries all over the world. These young people are used to meeting one another personally once a year. They greet themselves and talk about their concerns, exchange and ideas. These times, unfortunately, it could not be the same. The meeting was virtual, as it is this one we are holding today. Everyone agrees that the virtual students develop a range of skills which are key to the formation of a good professional, such as self-management, commitment, the organization of working time, determination and management of motivation, critical selection of information, and the ability to express and communicate properly. In addition, it optimizes time, the most highly prized value of any professional. It also favors the development of multitasking, so demanded nowadays, by making it possible for someone, while attending a class, to look up words online and even to participate in a chat forum. What is being transformed today is the way to learn more than style. Today's graduation ceremony shows that you at Fordham University have made it possible since you finished training and are getting your degrees virtually. I am utterly convinced that this is your time, the time for graduates. Graduates who have to show their resilience, to use their intelligence, develop their creativity, reinvent, and very important, rebel yourself against the constructions of meaning. You are the ones who will carry the world onward. You will be the ones who will lead us all into the future. From now on, a new stage begins. Today, science, research, different forms of education become once again prestigious. Experts in different areas are the ones who lead the way to get all of us out of this crisis. Knowledge and vocational training becomes vital, which means never stop learning. Continue the learning process throughout your life and throughout your experiences. Never before have we experienced a similar situation. Perhaps never before we have felt so clearly that we are all in the same boat and that our destiny is unfailingly intertwined with everybody else. Will we let this once in a lifetime opportunity go? Definitely no. I would like to urge you to get hold of it, to seize it, and to put your best dreams into designing what's coming. A big question for your life is, how do we want to live? How do we want to work? How much should we produce? And under what conditions? What are the values we want to cherish? Those are questions that we have to answer again. Values have changed and we have to redefine ourselves. The lockdown will one day be over. What will be next left? And what will we do? Your deepest challenges will mean to find an answer to all that. I had the chance to meet some of you in your trips to Argentina and was able to meet others in a meeting we held in Fordham last summer. And from that meeting that we had in Fordham, I have a question that I kept always in my mind. And one of you asked me, what do you want to leave as a legacy? Well, today I would like to share the same answer to all of you. I never think about my legacy. I feel the path I want to go. I concentrate on the actions that take me through that path. I love to act, not to watch. And maybe one day, someone will define my legacy. It's not my call to define it. Just because I think that what really matters is how we pave the way, I would like you to live your life with integrity, not to give up when faced with pressure, or even with failure, to live your lives with honesty and love, and to try, wherever it is you may develop yourself, to give your best, to continue learning and always contribute to the common good. Go out into the world to propose new businesses, models, new ways of thinking economy, to propose rigorous research, challenge everything that comes across you, measure impacts in a different way than we used to do, take care of human relationships to generate impact on your own actions, and above all, be a better person. Once again, my most sincere congratulations, graduates 2020. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2020. I look forward to seeing you all in person soon.